It is May 15th at the University of Notre Dame, and I'm just taking a quick trip around campus to show the devastating effects of a ridiculously strong windstorm that we had today. There were reports of there being tornadoes in nearby areas. Tornado didn't quite get to Notre Dame, but as you can see from some of the wreckage here, I'm on Library Quad right now. I mean, I'm the part of the campus where I'm in. Honest to God, probably about a third to a half of the trees have sustained at least some type of damage. Looks even worse as we go up towards North Quad. Hi. You can see pretty much everything in front of BP is just absolutely a mess. University already has some cranes, it looks like, to try and sort things out. Look at this right in front of Stonehenge. I mean, there used to be probably 4 or 5 trees right in here. And now if you want to get up towards the fountain, you're going to have to jump over some rocks, some logs. I can't tell if the camera is getting a good enough vantage point of the whole quad. But just looking down where I'm from, which is at the base of Stonehenge, looking down North Quad, you can see that crane operator's going to be working for a while. Here's what used to be a couple of real big trees in between Stonehenge and Kavanaugh, and they're now going to be just a couple of stumps. More wreckage. Just one last look. This is off to the west side of Stonehenge, between Stonehenge and LaFortune. About 4 different trees just in the same visual right there. You can see basically ripped about probably 10-15 feet up off the ground. Here's another one right next to Kavanaugh Hall. Probably about a 1.5 foot diameter tree. Once about 40 feet tall, got ripped about 4 feet off the ground. And if I'm seeing it right, looks like just barely missed crashing right into the side of Kavanaugh, so that was probably lucky. I'm on to God Quad now. You can see on God Quad, still more trees down. I'm not sure how close they're going to let me get to the Basilica, but apparently a pillar has fallen off. This is as close as I can get to the Basilica. I'm right in front of the Soren Hall. They've got the area pretty well taped off. You can see at the Basilica right at the top, where once there were 4 pillars, 1 at each corner, this entire pillar right here came crashing down. And I wish I had gotten here a little earlier, because I probably could have shown some of the wreckage at the bottom. But actually, let's see if I can work my way around these trees. But apparently, from some pictures that I saw that someone else posted, there's pretty sizable chunks of concrete at the bottom, which it looks like cops have already taken care to get out of the way. Here's South Quad, which as opposed to North Quad, received, actually it doesn't look like any damage. I don't see any trees toppled over. I suppose maybe the sprinklers are to thank. I noticed that in spite of the torrential downpour that we had earlier today, the sprinklers did their part and stayed on, so that's fantastic. This is footage from the tennis courts, just adjacent to Loftus, where the tennis team plays their matches. See a pretty good amount of the fence just got relatively wrecked, and on a obviously not as big of a deal, but just to show you the impact that the wind has. Those right there used to be perfectly ready to use benches, and now they are well, I don't know what you'd call them, junk. Here's the other end of the tennis courts, and you can see the fence here didn't quite break, but it did get, I believe, irreparably bent down at the bottom, to the point that I would bet that with a slightly stronger wind, the entire fence right next to me would have been on the ground. And last thing I'll show you about the storm's effects is the infamous Turtle Creek Gate, broken on many a late Friday or Saturday night by drunken undergrads. This time falls victim to the elements.